You know what? It could have been me. I think that's the emotional part. A lot of us can look at these moms. I'm sorry, I get emotional. It could have been any of us. They could have been that mom. They come from so many backgrounds. I wasn't poor. I was not homeless, but it could have been me.
We get married, have a baby. He was an alcoholic, verbally abusive, emotionally abusive. It just progressively got worse.
I had nothing and I was nothing. My husband died and my kids were taken from me.
If Jace got sick, I would have to take off work. Couldn't afford to pay rent and childcare, so I had to pick. And they let me go.
I had my first daughter at 18. When she was 2, my mom took her from me. After that situation had happened, I actually became homeless for 3 years.
I went to pick up my son from daycare, and broad daylight, gunshots right into my backyard. I literally had to throw him on the floor and cover him. So I had to leave because it was so bad.
I was 21 years old and I found out I was pregnant.
I was homeless at 18. I was a single mom by 19. But when I had my first one, I knew God sent him to me to change my life.
I picked up my boys that day and we pulled up to Shiloh Place. And they said, "You got us a house. Mommy, you got us a house. We got us our own place." And I said, "Yeah, we do."
Okay. When my mom told us we were moving, I was not that happy because I was like, man, this place is going to be bad. I'm not even going to like it. And then when we were driving, I was like, it looks pretty good. Pretty good. I think I'm going to like this. When we go inside the house, this place is amazing, man. I know I'm gonna have here.
It was somewhere they could call home. They were getting happier.
And I was just like, there's no way you're just gonna allow me to move in. They paid for childcare. I didn't have to pay rent. I could solely focus on bettering myself. To me, that's God. Shiloh was one of the biggest ways that he showed up in my life.
Shiloh Place is a faith-based program. It was reassurance because the voice that I was hearing from God telling me to go, I will provide a way for you and your children. That was the way.
It is truly the body of Christ meeting the needs of those who are most hurting in our community. And then we pay for the education to move into head of household jobs.
I did classes every term. It's supposed to be 2 years. I finished that sucker in a year.
I meet with the moms every week, so we're always trying to figure out what's the next step.
That's why we have counseling. That's why we have play therapy for kids who need it. It's why we have our life skill classes and we teach parenting and faith and finances.
They're there to bring some peace to your life and some rest while you create the legacy for you and your children.
They watched my daughter grow from 6 months to 1. You know, she couldn't walk. When they met her, she started walking at Shiloh Place.
Come on, baby. Oh, check you out. Oh, you're doing it. Look at my you did it. Yay.
I did what I said I was gonna do. I graduated. I've worked my way up. This is how my story was supposed to go. Because I may not have ever met my fiance or had my other kids that I love so much and been able to provide a home. Everything has blossomed.
It took me from sleeping on my sister's couch to becoming an entrepreneur and a business owner.
From homelessness, a drug addict, to a homeowner, I have my sobriety, and I have my children, and I have a career that I love, and God isn't finished with my story yet.
I graduated summa cum laude. Got my associates in cybersecurity. I'm in that career field.
And making more money now than I've ever made in my life. I couldn't do that a year ago, you know? I didn't see it a year ago, and now here I am.
That's a win. That's a win.
Now that we know our program works, and works over and over and over again, it's our responsibility to expand and take that next step of faith. We have land right now, and on that new site, we will triple our capacity with 12 more apartments. God has been so faithful in every step we've ever gone. I know that as much as He's calling us to expand, He's laying it on people's hearts to help us.
I'll get emotional talking about it, but it doesn't take long to see that type of results to buy in 110%, that it gives those of us out here who invest financially just an opportunity to make a difference in a lot of people's lives.
There are so many mamas that need this. They're just like me.
Jumping from shelter to shelter or couch to couch, we can help them. You know, if we had more space, we need it. And Shiloh works. Shiloh works.
We have land. Now all we need is the funding to actually build.
Without a doubt, it is our calling to expand, but only if everybody else steps up and answers the call to. Think of the hundreds and hundreds of women and children who will be transformed by this expansion and the growth of our program. And then ask yourself, where are you in their journey? How are you investing in their future and in the future of their children and of our community?
At Shiloh Place,
we are growing,
transforming,
and changing lives.
For moms,
for children,
for our entire community.
But now we need your help.
But we need your help.
Because together,
we are growing a legacy.
Because together,
we are growing a legacy.